Okay, welcome to the Ken Knapp'd Podcast.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah, you want to tell us a bit about who you are, what you do, and then we'll
so I'm a mortgage broker in the area and also on town council in Amherstburg. So I was elected in 2022 and then shortly after got into the mortgage business in January of 2023. So that's the full-time gig is being a mortgage broker and then also a town councillor.
Awesome. And your name's Linden.
Yes. Yeah, sorry. Linden Crain.
No, I should have introduced you first.
Yeah.
Usually we do an intro outside, but I was like, I don't know if I feel like doing the intro outside this time. So yeah, we can get going whenever you're ready.
All right.
What got you into mortgages?
So our broker, Joe Bondi, was trying to get me into the business since I was in university. You might have seen a few podcasts I was doing online, and finally I said, sure, let's give it a try.
What'd you take in university?
I took business. So I did undergrad in business and also minored in political science. And at the University of Windsor, you can specialize. So I specialized in marketing.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You can come work with us sometime. Yeah, I don't think it doesn't sound like you have a lot of free time to do that, though.
You know, things are busy for sure. I don't have any kids yet, so I do have more free time than the average person, right?
Yeah. What's a piece of advice that you would give to someone who's trying to buy a home right now? Is it getting better or worse?
I would say we're in a corrective market right now, so we're starting to see housing prices fall down slightly. So in the last year, if you look year over year, it went down probably about 7%. So it's always a good time to buy, as everyone says, but I think savings is huge. And if they don't have savings, we can always look at borrowing funds from a line of credit, or we can do an RSP loan. But income and savings along with credit are very, very important. I think if right now to purchase, if you're wanting to get into a market of around $300,000 to $500,000, you're going to need about 70 to 100K in household income.
Okay, so that's like the down payment, and then like what else?
Yeah, so on the income side, that would be like combined household income. So it's tough if somebody's working full time on their own, if they're making minimum wage, to afford a home in today's market, unless it's a condo or a mobile home in that 200K price point. It's a little bit more achievable, but down payment minimum 5%. You can buy a second home with 5% down as well, and you do not have to be a first-time home buyer to put 5% down.
I was just reading that after 5 years, you can qualify, 5 years of not being in a house, you can qualify again for first-time home buyer.
Yes.
Selfishly, can you tell me about that? Because right now I'm in an apartment. I haven't been in a house in like a year, but I would like to eventually buy a house again. So
what it allows you to do is use a 30-year amortization when you're putting less than 20% down. So that keeps your payments lower and allows you to qualify for a bit more. But if you've purchased a home before, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can use a first-time home buyer account again or RSPs. By waiting I believe it's 4 years, you can now use a 30-year amortization. So that's really the biggest benefit. Land transfer tax rebate you wouldn't receive if you've already purchased a home in the past or over 4 years from now. So it's really the 30-year that's the biggest change. Yeah.
And then for like your credit score, how is there things you can do to boost that, or like what kind of credit are you looking for?
We're seeing right now a lot of buyers who have poor credit or lower credit caused by high utilization. So anytime you're using more than 50% of your total credit limit, that starts to drop your credit score and it's considered high utilization. So trying to keep the balance below 50% of your total credit limit will help. Making payments on time and having multiple trade lines. So meaning if you have a Visa, maybe look at getting a MasterCard, and that will help build up your credit because you have credit for multiple companies.
I haven't heard of that before.
But the key thing is making sure that you're not using both credit cards to the max, right? Depending on the borrower, sometimes access to more credit is not necessarily a good thing if they don't have that ability to hold themselves back, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And like, what are the benefits of working with a mortgage broker?
So speed, service, and I would say variety. So we have 120 different lenders that we work with. When you walk into a bank, it's just one product. You're dealing with the bank's policies, whereas we can maneuver and go to different lenders depending on the
kind of like shopping around
on the client. Yep. Speed and service. I'm self-employed, so I'm an independent contractor, signed up with a brokerage, so I don't have typical banking hours. So if you need me at 5 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, I'm going to pick up the phone.
Yeah, that's great. For anyone who is self-employed, are there things that they can be doing to kind of help with getting a mortgage? Because I assume it would be a little more difficult to prove that their income and stuff.
Yeah, it is. There's two ways to look at it. One, if you're self-employed and you claim as much income as possible, it's easier to qualify. However, you're going to pay more tax.
Yeah.
If you, let's say, claim 20 grand of income and you've written off everything else, kept it in your corporation, we would look at what's called alternative lending or B lending, and you need 20% down. The rate's between 5 to 6%, so it's a little higher, and there's a 1.5% fee on the loan. But the benefit is we can look at a year of bank statements and gross up your income and qualify you that way versus what you're actually claiming on your tax return. So in most cases, it actually makes sense to go with a B lender at a higher rate because you're going to pay less income tax.
Okay. When should someone contact you? Like, is it when they're ready to buy a house? Should it be a little bit before so that they can get prepared?
Earlier the better.
Okay.
Absolutely. That way we can build a plan for them.
Like, how early would you say? Like years, months?
I'd say once you've secured full-time employment and you feel that you're ready to have a home, to reach out. Even if you do not have the savings yet, we can still note on our application that you'll have X amount of dollars before closing day. But at least understand where you are today, and that way if you're not ready, we can build a roadmap.
You said you used to have a Bronco?
Yes, so we had a Bronco, we leased it, awesome vehicle. We're in one now, and we love the car. Like, it's so
they're really cool, and like they have all these like hidden
and
features that you wouldn't know. Like a lot of people have like the bottle opener on the back, like just stuff like you wouldn't expect. And like they're really nice. And now like we don't have the Escape anymore, but the Bronco Sport is like super similar. So they've been getting a lot more popular.
Growing up, my grandfather, well, he still does, always drives an F-150.
Yeah.
So every couple of years he's switching his F-150.
Yeah.
I mean, the engine's built in Windsor, right? So it feels good to support local.
People are super loyal to their trucks.
Yes.
They're just like, that's the only brand that I'm ever gonna have, which is great. Okay, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about Barrels and Brass.
Yes.
So my boss, Mary, is very excited about this event. It's in Amherstburg. She's from there. Do you live in Amherstburg?
I do, yeah.
So it's coming up.
What's going on with
it's
that?
coming up soon.
Yeah.
What can you share about Barrels and Brass?
Yes, so it's August 21st to 23rd. It is being put on by the Marsh Historical Collection in Amherstburg. So it's a nonprofit organization. They have an archive of all of the historic records in Amherstburg. So what they're putting on during open air, which is when we close the streets on the weekend and we allow the pedestrians to access the roadways, is a speakeasy, and then they're also having quintets there, so brass instruments, performances, all downtown. So it's going to be really neat to see the musicians and then also learn about Amherstburg's history through this rum running themed event.
It's actually really cool sounding.
Yeah.
What kind of work do you do with the town of Amherstburg?
So as a councillor, you're an advocate for residents. You are speaking on town issues at council meetings, which are typically every 2 weeks. We have a council meeting on a Monday night, and you're ensuring that you can pass certain bylaws or reports and different development proposals in the town to move the community forward. So it's a part-time job, but it's also full-time. If there's any issues that arise, council is the you can look at it as the board of directors for the town of Amherstburg to ensure that things are moving smoothly.
Yeah. I noticed like you have a really good social media presence. Does that come naturally to you to like film videos?
I think so.
Or you just kind of have to like,
with
that's
my
just kind of
age,
how it is now.
Yeah, I think growing up, social media since probably the age of 10, like we were surrounded by it. So, I like having fun with it. I like showcasing the businesses in Amherstburg, and on the mortgage end, this year I've been really focused on trying to build up my online brand and just making funny shorts and reels like Ken Knapp does as well.
Yeah, we try.
Yeah. No, your stuff always shows up my feed. It's hilarious.
Oh,
so.
Thank you. Yeah. It's you want to be informative and tell people what you're doing, but you also want to have fun with it and make people laugh.
Yeah, you don't want it to be stuffy and feel unnatural. Like it just having some type of humor with your content catches their attention versus if I throw up a rate sheet on my social media with our advertised rates, like boring. It just screams boring. So
like mortgage maybe isn't the most fun thing, but no, you're making it more fun and like relatable and more approachable.
That's the goal.
Yeah, because when I think of mortgages, I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing. So it's nice to see someone who you feel like you can ask the questions and it's not like super intimidating. So.
Yeah, it's the biggest purchase of someone's life
for
in
sure,
most cases, right?
Yeah. So what do you have coming up?
What do I have coming up? Well, we have the election this fall, so in August, September, October, I'll be busy knocking on doors.
Yeah, you're running for
I'm running for deputy mayor.
Yeah.
Yes, so that'll be busy in the evenings, and that's pretty much it. Just growing my business and hopefully being elected this fall.
Yeah. Where can people find you?
Just search up Linden Crain on social media, crainmortgages.com, coffeewithcrainer.com, which is my podcast, and then crainfordeputymayor.com, I think. So, I don't know. Too many websites.
Before we're done, tell me a little bit about your podcast.
Yeah, so I started that in 2020. I've interviewed over 200 guests, business owners, successful people in a variety of industries, and I really try to learn what has made them successful, what inspires them, and hopefully provide advice to young leaders looking to enter any field. So
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the Ken Knapp'd Podcast.
Yes.
We haven't done it in a little bit. We took a bit of a break, but it feels good to be back. And I feel like I learned a lot, and I'm excited to eventually buy a house again, and I'll see
good.
you.
Yes, thanks, Laura, Mary, Ken.
Tate,
yes, in the back. Sorry, he's hidden in the back. But thank you both.
Yeah, thank you so much.